Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me for Where I'm From 240 and 241 with Reisha and Katie, who are a mother and daughter. So this is the first. I've wanted to have family members on here, and I have had a mother and daughter, Margot and Molly, but they were separate. So this is the first time that it's a mother and daughter together, and I'm excited. What have you been reading? I have been reading How to Break My Neck by Jessica L. Walsh, a poetry collection, and she was on Where I'm From not that long ago, and she's a published, multiple book published poet, and so I'm reading that, and it's wonderful to read it. Misha, let me invite you to join me, and that's what I'm reading along with all of.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
That works pretty well. Welcome.
Yay. Everyone
Yes.
needs a young tech person with them.
Yes, I just have to have everyone import a young tech person so they can do
Yes.
it. Yeah. Have you done a live before, Katie?
I have not. This is both our first time.
Okay. I just didn't know if you were, doing I maybe had done one before I started this, but now of course I've done many.
A lot,
And
yeah.
yeah.
200 and
Yeah.
something.
Yes, you are 240 and 241. And you're my first mother-daughter together. I've had a mother and daughter separate, like a year apart. But this is so exciting. And I loved reading your poems, and I'm very excited for you to share them with us. Is there anything you want to say before you do?
I don't think so. I'm probably going to cry.
Okay, well, I get that.
Yeah.
Reading your poems, I was like, oh, this is kind of emotional. Like if one of my children wrote me a poem like Katie did and the way that it ends, I would for sure cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank
Yeah.
you for honoring just the idea of it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's my privilege. So, would you want to go first, Bisha?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm from crickets in the sticky Alabama heat, from sweet tea and fried chicken and a country club brunch biscuit. I'm from air-conditioned gas station bathrooms where Black people were banned, and from Ed's and steamed hot dogs and 3 dozen oysters all on my own. I'm from black tar roads and a mirage ahead where you thought you could cool yourself. I'm from the crabgrass backyard where Sally laid her puppies all over the place, one by one. I'm from the Jewish church, who could say synagogue, called Temple Emanuel, and yet I never knew that meant God with us. I'm from gray-haired, big-bosomed women who bake bread and make house and serve others, although it skipped a generation with my mother. I'm from the big-boned, loud, athletic other grandmother who painted and crocheted and let me dip store-bought bagels in melted Velveeta right out of the pot. I'm from the small private school where everyone knew my name and where hardly anyone knew my shameful secret. I'm from 60 years of the same 8-track tapes playing through the speakers of my mind, reminding me of failed appearances and expectations unmet. I am from seeking, shedding a part of myself in search of something that might serve me better, constantly editing myself while still finding my way forward. I'm from back porch dreams, looking up at a southern sky, watching tall Georgia pines bend in the only breeze of the day. From red clay cotton fields, cotillions never attended, and peanuts boiled in beer, still pausing to hear the screen door slam.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank
Do you want
you.
to just read yours, Katie, and then we talk about both, or do you
Yeah,
want to
that
talk
sounds
about?
good.
Okay. Okay.
I'm from buttered sourdough toast and Starbucks holiday blend. Yes, even in July. I'm from cozy living rooms, antique furniture, and blue and white dishes that make our hearts sing. I'm from sunny and 60 and lounging in the backyard in an attempt to get a Seattle tan. From counting trains, walkie-talkies, and cozy log cabins in our Canadian paradise. I'm from sour cream pound cake and spoonful of doughs, so the pan isn't too full. I'm from late night late afternoon drives to talk, listen, and let our minds wander. I'm from the worn red seats, chips and salsa at Family Mexican down the road. From the annual beach trips to white sandy Gulf Shore beaches that linger in our dreams. From the warm sun-bleached wood steps at Camino, collecting every unique rock and driftwood piece. I'm from Jack and Rose, Field of Dreams, and speaking every line from A River Runs Through It. From Brown Eyed Girl, Good Vibrations, and Amy Grant on repeat. I'm from Dahlia Beds, Grandma Ida's sweet tea, and a mom whose hands never stop working to make it feel like home.
I'm a little teary. That was very sweet and beautiful. So, what was your experience writing these poems and reading them together?
I think so. My mom had mentioned maybe that mine I wrote to her as a Mother's Day present a few years ago. I think it was probably actually my first Mother's Day, my first Mother's Day since having my oldest daughter, who's now 3. And I think I can just remember at some point reading yours. And I don't know, I think it's kind of a nice exercise to like, I mean, we love being nostalgic and talking about things and childhood. So there's very specific things I can think of that still are part of who I am today because of like growing up memories and just like core things that are, you know, whether they're joyful or painful, but are just deeply rooted. So it was fun to think of, and I feel like I would want to do it again. Maybe I don't know if you've done it more than one time, but I feel like I knew that she would love it. Because she likes writing and poems and that sort of thing. But just to hear from my perspective, I hope that she appreciated what I remember and love about it.
And I think reading Katie's, what struck me, especially, you know, typing them up for you and getting them ready, is when I wrote mine 40 something years ago, I had a pretty tough decade. And so it made me appreciate the good things that I had missed. And I think I hadn't really thought about doing another one, but it's probably would be a good idea to do another one from a different decade, from a different perspective, because some of the things that are in mine are still a part of me. But what I value so much about Katie's poem is those are also my things too. I experienced those also. And those are core married memories, married mothering memories that it's just, I can't describe the word of seeing it reflected back.
Yeah, I would imagine that it's healing. To me, that's what it sounded like, that so much of what you experienced, that then you healed some of that and then were able to give Katie things that you yourself potentially didn't experience.
Yeah, I think okay, now I will start crying. I think that probably is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Allison, that yes, seeing that you can mother what you didn't have, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just spent a couple of days with my mom's middle sister, and I was telling another cousin, someone asked me what was so great about that. And I said, well, I mean, she's sort of like the mother I wished I'd had. She saw me, she heard me, she listened to me. And what I can only hope is that both of our girls feel seen and known. And I think that the words in the poem kind of hint at that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think that's sort of our goal as parents, right? Is to heal things and to offer things that we weren't offered. And I think what's interesting is it's ongoing, right? There's no like perfect parent. I would imagine Katie offers things to her children that she would like to be intentional about, because I certainly, you know, my mom gave me a lot of things she didn't get, and then I
continued that. Like there's no, there, I'm not angry about the things I didn't get. I know that she gave me what
What
she
she could.
could. Yes. And it was inspiring to me that she worked so hard to give me those things, and it makes me want to continue that. So I think that's how we heal, is to continue is to continue to give and heal. And like, I mean, what a privilege it is to have children
Yeah.
and to be able to love them.
And I can look around Katie's home and see not just my influences, but my mom's incredible influences and my grandmother's. I mean, we both mentioned Grandma Ida's sweet tea, and and I think it's important to remember, even though you may not ever hear it, that we are constantly influencing each other.
Yeah.
And what a gift also to just be in life, kind of bumbling through it together and trying to make the best of it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's what community is. It's not just family, it's also community. And it's messy. It's not perfect, we're all showing up and trying to, but many of us, I think many of us are trying to show up and do our best. Obviously, there are bad actors out there who are not. And they're making our lives more difficult. So yeah, I think that is an important reminder. And I would imagine one of my kids has done a poem, but they were much younger when they did it. So I would be so interested to see what they remember and how they remember it, because we have no control over that as parents, right?
So true.
We don't get to say like, hey, this was one of my best moments. Please remember it.
Yeah. And I think also just kind of a reminder, when I used to help high school students with their college essays, they would write something and I would say, oh, you should share that with your parents. And I think we long to hear it, but somewhere along the line, society tells us, oh, you shouldn't really talk about that, or you shouldn't really share that. You shouldn't tell them that. And that's where I just felt like this gift of this poem was so impactful, because I have it at home, framed in a little wooden, moving frame. And it's such a simple gift, but just so incredibly meaningful.
So thoughtful, Katie. I mean, I just want to say, what a thoughtful gift. When you were like, I thought you might like it. Well, of course she's going to like it.
I'm sorry. Yes.
I think also just like naming and speaking to certain things, whether they were intentional or not, that ended up being core memories for me, or things that I cherished from growing up. Some things that I, cherish so much that I want to make sure and make that part of my children's growing up. Whether, they're made big things or not.
I mean, we're trying to get everyone back to Canada.
Yeah.
And for simply for the reason of Steve's dad took us there. And then we've taken our girls there, and we want to take our grandchildren there. Will that ever happen? I don't know. Can't
but, way. But we'll keep talking about it.
We'll keep talking about it.
It's like, we'll be talking about it, whether it happens or not, to make sure that it stays alive. So.
Yeah.
Well, you have such a strong sense of place, both of you, in your poems. And it's not just one place, which I found. I mean, for me, I've never lived in the South. So whenever people write about it, and my husband is from Texas, as are his people. So I that's in my mind and in my kids' memory, even though they haven't, like, it's still in them, And so it's also just beautiful hearing your voices, too. Because I love regional accents, and I wish we wouldn't all try to sound like me. I sound like this because I grew up here.
Yeah.
But I think it's unique too, because like my mom grew up in the South and now lives, for the most part, full time in the Pacific Northwest.
Right.
I grew up in Seattle, but now live full time in Alabama.
Right.
So we are kind of like, we've had this like reversal, but yet, so when you said like we're both, we talk about more than one place, because I think for both of us, both places across the country from each other are very rooted as who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, No one says 60 and sunny in the South and thinks about putting on a bathing suit.
Yeah.
No, I knew where you were talking about. And I also think I think at one point, Risha, you said you're bi-coastal or something.
Yeah.
And like, these are not the coasts people are
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
about when they say bi-coastal. And I just
Yeah.
thought, well, it's accurate.
Yeah.
You know, you are, but it was just funny how we are so,
Mm-hmm.
sort of locked into this idea of, New York, LA, San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
DC, those sort of,
Yeah.
yeah,
Coast.
yeah.
I don't know
Those are the
what the
coasts.
term is, but whatever it is that is misaligned, because part of me is there and part of
Yeah,
me is
yeah,
here,
yeah,
because I grew up in Seattle. I became an
yeah,
adult in Seattle. I
yeah,
became married in Seattle. I became a mother in Seattle. And then to have this gift of being able to live part-time here,
Mm-hmm.
and with one daughter here and one daughter in Virginia, it's everything to have my hands back in that red clay. So
yeah, yeah. I think that's something that people do write about in these poems quite often. And I have felt myself. I grew up in California and then I left and I missed it so much. But then, of course, the places that I had moved to, I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once you have to have core memories, and I do think the nature that you encounter when you're in these places, and the people, because of course they're different, the culture, all of these things, we miss certain aspects of that. So it's nice that you have this return, Risha.
yeah, I
Yeah,
like returning. Yeah,
yeah, it's
that's
beautiful.
the theme.
Hmm. Yeah. um so is there anything else that you'd like to say? Or I mean, I could talk about both your poems at length, but I'm trying to stay uh focused.
Yeah, I think, yeah, just the opportunity to, I appreciate you entertaining the idea of
Oh
doing
yeah, this
it
was so
together.
exciting. Thank you for
And
proposing it.
yeah, I was glad it worked
Yeah.
out. And I think maybe it will inspire other
Yeah.
parents and children to
Hmm.
consider
Yeah.
exchanging, doing it. And
And I would encourage you to write another one for sure. I mean, both of you, but you, Risha, you said specifically, like,
Mhm.
it's such a reflective exercise.
It
And,
is.
like you said, all those things are still a part of you, but like, how large are they in the
Mhm.
person that you are today?
Mhm.
And are those the things you reflect back on? And,
Because you're not
but
locked into those things either.
yeah.
Right.
Your friend says she joined a few minutes late, so missed the reading of the poems. May I request a reread? It will go up the minute we finish. It will get posted, so you can watch it then.
Trying to
So
figure that. I have to put my glasses on to see.
simply placed.
Oh, we know. Hi, Debbie.
Yeah, so you will be able to see it very soon. But thank you for showing up, and
Yes,
thank
thank
you,
you.
appreciate Kate. This was just kind of, I'm just so grateful for these poems and the people and experiences that it brings into my life. And I started it during a very difficult time in the world, and here we are again. And it's just a real gift to me. So thank you for being a part of it.
And I think the remembering and the returning emotionally to those places is so valuable,
Yeah.
and can be a boost in hard times.
Yeah, and I think for
Remember.
me, I reflect back on, I mean, you mentioned shame in your poem, and the things that I have felt shame about and now speak about pretty openly, and seeing a shift in our culture too, that the things that I felt shame about, being assaulted and more, that I don't, I mean, speaking about these things does matter. Even if we're just even referencing the shame and we're not ready to start talking about the specifics of what that shame is attached to. But just so I just think stories are really important. Um,
Well,
and
we share that for sure, Allison.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
love
So thank you.
stories. So
Yeah, I mean, as you know, I'm a reader and I read a lot, and it got me through some very difficult times, and still does. So many of us are just doing the best we can. So we just keep going.
yeah. And we just really appreciate you having us on and
Oh, it's my
letting
pleasure.
us have this experience together and share our poems together.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. Thank you for suggesting it. And I hope you have a lovely day.
Okay.
Your multi-generational day with your grandchildren.
That's
Aw.
right.
Yeah, wonderful. All
Okay,
right.
thanks so much.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.